Good morning. I've never really made a video to just confess something. But I feel like I wanted to be real because on Facebook and social media we're not as real as we need to be. But anyway, I'll just cut right to the chase. Last night I was sitting at the table with my kids and we were having breakfast or dinner as a family. We were all here sitting at the table and I had made basic dinner of spaghetti, Caesar salad, and garlic bread. And partway through the dinner, my daughter, who would live on just dinner rolls if we let her, decided she didn't want to eat her Caesar salad and she didn't want to eat the garlic bread that I made. She asked if she could have something different. And I was like, no, you can have what I made. That's what you can have. Those are your choices. I was just so over it. So she put her head on the table and kind of started pouting, which is actually not very typical for her. She's 9. She really doesn't pout, hardly ever. She pretty much stays upbeat, and if I say something kind of rude, she just kind of, as far as I know, lets it roll off her back. She probably stuffs it in, and it's probably going to explode one day. So we try to keep short accounts with each other, her and I. But basically what happened is she was pouting about the bread, and then I told her to eat her salad. She wouldn't eat her salad. So I got really frustrated, and I started pouting. She still had her head on the table. The boys are all sitting around just like, what's going on? And kept asking both of us what was the matter. And I was just like, nothing. I just think she should eat her food. And it was like this showdown between my daughter and I, that she should eat what I told her to eat. And darn it, I made it. You're going to cook it. And I was about to tell her, you know what? You can cook dinner the next 2 nights. I don't care. She's 9. And I'm going to just have this drama with her. No, not doing it. And so then that night, she ended up being able to throw her salad away and never did get a dinner roll. And then later that night, I was reading our assigned reading for the kids' Sunday school class, Romans 14. And it was talking about how different people, different Christians, have different beliefs about what is okay to eat and what's not okay to eat. There's vegetarians, there's people who don't think you should eat food that's been sacrificed to idols. That's not exactly what this chapter was about. This one was saying everyone has their own history to deal with. Treat everyone gently. The person who's been around a while might be well convinced that he can eat anything on the table, while another with a different background might assume all Christians should be vegetarians and eat accordingly. There's just a lot that it covers. I've heard it 1,000 times before. I kind of know what the message is that they're trying to send here. But then when I got to towards the end of the chapter, it was just like, I took it literally, and it was like a stab to the heart. And it was, God's kingdom isn't a matter of what you put in your stomach, for goodness sake. It's what God does with your life as he sets it right, puts it together, and completes it with joy. Talks about serving Christ above all. So let's agree to use our energy in getting along with each other, help each other with encouraging words. When you sit down to a meal, your primary concern should not be to feed your own face, but to share the life of Jesus. So be sensitive and courteous to others who are eating. Don't eat or say or do things that might interfere with the free exchange of love. Cultivate your own relationship with God, but don't impose it on others. You're fortunate if your behavior and your belief are coherent, but if you're not sure, if you notice that on some days you're trying to impose your opinions on others and other days you're just trying to please them, then you know that you're out of line. If the way you live isn't consistent with what you believe, then it's wrong. I didn't like that. I'm mom. I cook the food. I make everyone eat the food. But I wasn't doing it with love. So I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that today. I had to go, when I tucked my daughter in, go apologize. Yes, I'm still mom. Yes, there's still going to be days where it's kind of going to be take it or leave it, eat or go hungry. We don't typically like to let our kids be picky. And again, I know that God's whole point here was not to give us rules on how to eat. It's rules on how to love, regardless of our different beliefs, regardless of whatever. Just love. Are you loving? Are you coming from a place of love as a parent? Am I doing that? Not always. So I just want to encourage you today to let's agree to use our energy in getting along with each other. That's all I got. You guys have a good day.